We're in one of those wonderful places that show up on maps, and when you get there, there's no there. This is 6 Points, Indiana. So figure this out. This is 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Where are the other 2? Well, at one time, this was old US 40, the old national road. Indianapolis is about 20 miles behind you, and this road headed to Terre Haute. It came through this area and made a wiggle. And right through here was a railroad, hence 6 Points. But they moved Highway 40 in the late 1930s over here, just about a block, to get away from this really cockeyed intersection, which had become obsolete and very dangerous. And the original concept of the National Road was born in Congress in the early 1800s to help the pioneers go west. The first roads were barely wide enough for a wagon. In the early part of the last century, they were improved and straightened and paved for highway traffic, for automobiles. And in the area of 6 Points, some of the first 4-lane was built, the first improvement. See how 40 swings north and the old road went straight through, and we're right here in 6 Points, the area that still has a name, but not 6 Points. And when they built Highway 40, just up there where you can see the traffic, they shut off this north-south road. So 6 Points minus the railroad leaves 4 Points, minus this leaves 3 Points. And over there, they cut off this beautiful remaining remnant of old US 40, the old national road, to build the Ronald Reagan Parkway. And US 40 remains the main street of a string of cities across central Indiana. Some of those cities are fairly well preserved. Others have problems, but there's treasure farther along. There's pavement down here from another era. You see, many times when the old National Road crossed a creek, it would swing around to hit that creek at a right angle, make the bridge shorter. 40 goes here, but old 40, the old National Road, we're going to have to do some exploring, went back there. And what a treasure trove this is. From the early part of the last century, a kind of adequate 2-lane bridge that carried the old National Road and subsequently US 40 over this creek. Now, new 40 from the 30s and 40s is right over there. But you know, if you didn't know where to look, you couldn't find this place. And when it came to improving the right-of-way across the state, Indiana was a pioneer. And as Indiana began to pave the old National Road, particularly in the area through Indianapolis, it 4-laned the road, but the 4 lanes look like this. Once you get about 25 miles outside of the capital city, you see what looks like a genuine 4-lane highway. And Interstate 70, over there, replaced 40 here, which was the old National Road, and the 4-laning of Highway 40 in Indiana was one of the first like this in the United States. And sometimes to follow the old National Road and US 40, you have to be somewhat of a detective. For in the very early part of the last century, the old National Road went down through here. There's a fence here, so we cannot go any farther. But look down at my feet. Yes, what you see there is brick. Hand-laid brick. For that's what this highway was in the early days, back in the 19-teens and the 1920s. And way back in there, and gosh, I wish we could see it, is an abandoned motel. So highway history is everywhere. The old road, the new road, the interstate. It's the same way in any town, a street that used to be brick, a road that used to go that way and doesn't now. But it's like anything else in highway building. Once the cement dries and the grass grows, it's hard to remember what things used to be like. I'm Dennis Daly.